Hello and welcome back to Mad Men with a Box, to our weekly live stream. As usual, I'm joined with my fellow co-host, Professor Pixel. He's in his current 2 Doctor Adventures era. Don't know why. Nothing to do with what we're reviewing. Okay. Jimmy is here. He wasn't on time, but he's here.
I'm watching the episode.
You're watching the episode. And of course, we have our 2 special guests. We have one more joining apparently later on, but we have 2 here already. We have the honorary Kang. Which one? Are you a red Kang or a blue Kang? The deceased, the unalived yellow.
I was thinking yellow, but the important thing is Pex lives.
Joe, we don't throw in race here, bro.
I don't know what any of that meant.
You would have had to watch the episode. And of course, writer of many stories, he didn't have time to watch this one.
That's why I'm a fake fan.
Yeah, fake fan. He's a fake
If
fan.
I was a real Doctor Who fan, I would have already memorized it years ago.
He would have watched Paradise Towers every day.
I mean, I've had opportunity. What the hell's wrong with me?
Yeah.
I'm
to be fair, you have to make time for Doctor in Distress and Dimensions in Time, so
it's true.
We'll let you off the hook for that one.
I hate Connor so much.
Is he not coming?
He just sent me a text right now saying, I'm sorry, I'm actually gonna have to miss it. Why did you just make me go through like 8 stages of emotions and work?
It's too late. We announced him. He's announced. Everyone's the public is waiting.
Where are you?
Sorry, Connor. What the fuck, dude?
Get Aiden right now.
Anyway, before we get into our review of the 7th Doctor story, the Paradise Towers, we have news. Pixel, what do we have?
Well, let's go ahead and get started. I'm gonna go ahead.
Why'd you use that voice?
Because I can.
Well, let's go ahead and get started.
That's right. We're celebrating. Doctor Who is celebrating, and they won't stop celebrating because at every chance that they can get right now, they are bringing up River Song. It's been 15 years since her on-screen debut, and they've posted not only on May 25th, but they posted yesterday and today. They're all over the place with River Song. Does this mean anything? Most likely no, but Alex Kingston did say that River Song isn't quite gone yet. And by that, she means she has 15 more Big Finish box sets to finish before she's done.
Probably,
Actress hype's new job.
Yes. Actress finds work.
What I don't like about this at all is that her debut was 15 years ago, which means that happened 15 years ago.
Yeah, no.
And 15 years have passed since then. That is catastrophic news. I don't like that at all.
It goes so fast.
We're old.
15 years ago, I was
young.
Oh, I don't even want to talk about that.
Jimmy wasn't born.
15 years ago, I was living where I am now, making
my
comics.
conscience wasn't born.
I was right here doing the same thing.
How does that
on this podcast? Waiting for all of you.
I was about to say on the podcast. I mean, I love River Song, so I was. Whenever she appears, I'm always excited. Yeah, that's all I have to say.
I mean, it is a bit suspicious. They're just constantly just like, hey, River Song, with like, aside from the celebrating 15 years with no rhyme or reason, so they might be teasing something.
So
whether it's for the TV show or whatever, who knows?
So I will say, there is the theory going around. When we meet River Song, she meets the 10th Doctor. There's currently a doctor who has the face of the 10th Doctor, who's a different doctor, but she would not know that. She would think it's a 10th Doctor. And it wasn't because he was the 10th Doctor that she thought, oh no, I'm going to die. It's because he didn't recognize her. So if she meets 14 thinking that it's 10, it can still work in the wibbly wobbly, timey wimey kind of way that she, will live for that moment.
I guess, yeah.
Do I need to get out the whiteboard? Or
String.
That'd be kind of cool, sure.
Yeah. And
feel like-
next, moving on.
yes,
Is
moving on.
it just me? Is it just me, or is she still hot?
She's yeah, jeez. Okay. Yes. They also went ahead and did a post talking about he's had companions off the screen. Who are some of your favorites? I wish I could remember her name. I actually did read one of her comics with 11, but I can't recall.
I think I did too.
And they've stopped the ongoing, so we'll never see her again. Bye.
Jimmy. Okay, yes, Connor. We like apple pie in America. Big surprise.
I don't care for apple pie.
Well, Connor is not here. Why is Connor talking?
Okay,
Connor doesn't
but
exist.
wait a second. Hold on. You don't like apple pie, but does that count? Like, are we talking turnovers, like a apple crumb?
No. Those,
Yeah.
like a crumb
that.
cake
Apple
is
crisp.
fine, but
Okay.
a pie is just it's not what I like. Like if I want to have a pie, I prefer something that's actually a little more cold. I like a key lime pie. You know?
Okay, I can see that. It's like a
Mhm.
key lime
You can
pie,
eat
not like a
apple pie
warm
cold?
pie.
No,
It's not
I
as
don't
good.
eat apple pie.
Yeah, you don't really eat it cold.
Apple pie
don't
cold
have,
is
like-
not as good.
You don't have day old, like after Thanksgiving, day old apple pie that's left over. Like, come
No,
on.
I
we have
heat it up,
pecan
but-
pie.
No, because we don't celebrate it here.
That's why your country sucks and ours is already
Froggy-
better.
Froggy actually, he's right. I do like cherry pie, oddly enough. I hate cherries, but I do love a good cherry pie.
I can see that. You know what? A nice lemon meringue.
I
you
think
know?
that's good too. I think that's
I
good
like
too.
a nice lemon meringue. Not too often. It's a treat, but it's nice.
You know those egg custard pies that are really nice.
You know,
Cheesecake is the best.
apple pie is my favorite Doctor Who companion. See, I connected it back to the subject.
The best off-screen companion is Frobisher. We all know it. We're done.
I love Frobisher.
Sharon.
What's Landry showing us? Is that a?
Sharon. Off-screen companion.
Yeah.
I'm pulling it up. I'm pulling him up. Solo. Come on, keep it up. Keep it up.
Are you
Here we
using
go.
like one button?
Landry, that looks nothing like a talking penguin. I don't know what you're on about.
Yeah. Yeah, that's not beep the meat. What the hell are you showing us?
Oh, shut up,
I
Jimmy.
mean, I got that in here too. I have the original issues somewhere. Wait, you're talking
Well,
about?
if you're going to be pulling out your
There we go. Beep the meep.
Please finish that sentence, Pixel. Please finish that sentence. We can't see you. Okay.
I will take the center stage now to go ahead and jeez. I could go ahead and there we go. Come on.
Whew.
It's so slow today. Come on. There we go. Solo layout. This is
Good
we're professionals here.
we're having.
Are we?
Here he is with one of the best doctors.
There we go.
That's not beep the meat. Get him out of here. We don't care about
My
Frobisher.
boy Frobisher.
We don't accept Frobisher slander on this channel, Jimmy.
Yeah, no, I got this actually in the Philippines because they were having a book sale at the bookshop. So
Oh, nice.
I actually don't believe you. The doctor's never been to the Philippines.
the doctor didn't have to be in the Philippines. Anyway, let's get back to 50%.
Don't
Yes,
pull it up. Don't
no, I'm
pull
pulling it up. 50%. Yes, we know it's true. He called him on as he called it, the shedder.
Yeah.
Yes.
But also the Holy Terror, that big finish one with Frobisher, great. Love that one.
Yes.
I haven't
See?
listened to it.
Joe is
It's very
cultured.
good.
Frobisher supremacy.
Aramim on Big Finish was great too with the Fifth Doctor. I liked her a lot.
Nice.
I
We
think
just
Nova.
talk about a certain story featuring that.
Nova for Ninth Doctor Audio Adventures, his first companion, is so good. Yet we'll never see her again. And that no, Gay Lancelot. I call Gay Lancelot. He's the
He's
best.
not a Doctor Who companion.
Yes, he was.
He's a Rory companion.
For one episode, he went on an adventure with the Doctor. Remember, to the cave, and they had to talk about socks and shit.
What?
Yeah. Did you guys listen to the second audio adventure with Gay Lancelot? Come on.
That was with Rory.
That was Rory.
Yes, oh, damn it, you're right.
We're talking about Doctor Who companions. If this was Rory companion, you'd be right.
I got overzealous. It was, yeah. Okay, I go back to Nova. Damn it, such a downgrade.
So here's a little video that's nice to see. David Bradley went ahead and told during this bloke's current job, turn the video on, and here we go.
I shall come back. Yes, I shall come back. Until that time, there must be no regrets, no tears. Just go forward in all your beliefs and prove to me that I'm not mistaken. Hey?
What a lovely.
Can you play it again? Can you play it again?
Sure, I can play it again.
I shall come back. Yes, I shall come back. Until that time, there must be no regrets.
No regrets, no tears, no anxieties.
In all your beliefs and
Prove to me that I was not mistaken in mine.
Hey?
He's such a good choice for the Doctor. He's so good.
He's great. He is a great William. That was wonderful.
Yes, I want more adventures already. We only have 2 volumes on Chris's account.
I was really hoping when they did that special with the 12th Doctor, I was hoping he'd just start over, regenerate back into the First Doctor, and just start.
That would have been great.
Start the whole process over. That's what I wanted.
There would have been
First
less
Doctor
walk. There would have been less running if he was the Doctor again, and more rolling.
I'm all right with that.
Slight speed walking.
I mean,
No, they would have
Doctor
given him
can
a.
always run.
Or
They
if
would
you
have gave
really go
him
back
an
to,
elect.
I was just gonna say, if it was like a William Hartnell era thing, he'd just be, all the ladies be rolling their ankles around him.
Oh yeah. Don't forget that Mayan woman. She was ready. She was.
Everyone was just tripping and couldn't move. It was wonderful. Those were simpler times where people would have to take their vacation while they were still filming, and Jamie would just throw a blanket over himself and come back an episode later. Great.
Our next post goes ahead, and it comes from Chloe. Hi, Chloe. Nice to see you. She's just saying that she loves location filming days and the discussion, theorizing, all that. Yes. So here's one with with Amy. I just saw the one in the right corner. Nardole.
What is this? Why is this here?
This is.
Wait,
news.
what's the one in the comments? What's
I don't like that one either. Even though it's with arguably the best crew. But
Landry, how do you feel about this as the number one Turlo fan?
Oh,
You can't go wrong with Turlo. You can't go wrong with Turlo. I don't care what you do. Turlo's awesome.
Peter Davison and Turlo. I wish there were twice as many episodes with that crew. That crew was incredible.
We see where
I can definitely see twice the episodes already.
I mean, you could this is a premise for a crazy episode. You could have fun with this. No problem.
well, we see where George Tennant got it.
No. Anyway,
Well,
moving on.
Get us out. Get us out.
Get us out of here.
Please.
There was
Reverse the polarity of the neutron flow.
Yeah.
So this
Viv
is in his TV show he did called Years and Years, and if you look closely, Albion Alliance. Albion is going to be like a political bad guy in the new series coming up. We've seen from on-set pictures and stuff like that. The Albion is going to be like the.
Isn't it like
I
slightly
don't-
spelled differently?
Nope, that's exactly the same.
I guess maybe.
Yes, it's the
So, yeah,
word
that's-
Albion. There's an Albion here in Australia. Is that also Russell T Davies related?
Always.
What the hell is there really an Albion in Australia?
Yes, it's a place.
Oh, that's
Oh my God.
that's different.
It's
That's different.
some Doctor Who fans want to see John Bishop's Dan back in action.
Yes.
That is because Russell T Davies on Instagram posted a picture with him and John Bishop together, and people lost their minds because of that.
I mean,
Good.
Dan's great.
Bring him back.
He's not
I
coming
did
back.
that. Stop ruining fun, Pixel.
You know who's coming back? Evil Dan.
I'm
He's
still there
coming
for
back
it.
as the villain. He's the new.
What's
he's
the point
new
of being
villain.
alive?
Evil Dan is a true hero. We can all agree on that. Cool. So
Next.
this news
Yeah.
this week is kind of boring. There wasn't much
Yeah, I
going
know.
on.
I don't know how true this was. This was just sent by Jimmy. Apparently, the BBC wanted Tom Baker for the RTD relaunch back in 2005.
I don't know how real it is. I just thought it'd be a cool discussion.
If they went ahead and did what they are doing right now with Tenet with Tom Baker.
With the slight reboot, yeah.
It would have been too soon, in the sense of like we didn't know what that show was going to be yet. Like I guess if Eccleston had regenerated into Tom Baker, then maybe. But even then,
I think it would have been too soon to then.
I knew people who were watching the show when Eccleston regenerated into Tenet. They had no idea the lore. They didn't know what was happening. They were completely confused. I think
I
mean, you had a whole generation of fans that were new, and throwing that into it would have just been too confusing at that point. Now we have trained the fandom again on the concept, so you can fool around with it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm inclined to agree. Yeah.
It's so weird. I think we're almost to the same amount, if not more, of doctors appearing in New Who than there were in the past Who, in Classic Who.
I think we're up to where are we at?
So we got
The War Doctor
RTD.
and all that stuff. Yeah.
We got Christopher Eccleston, David Tennant, Matt Smith, Peter Capaldi. That's 4 already. Jodie Whittaker, David Tennant. We're up to 7. Then we got
War
David
Doctor.
Bradley, War
Yeah, but
Doctor, and
he's
Joe
not-
Martin.
David Bradley isn't a new doctor. He's just the first doctor showing
Yeah.
up.
He's
I guess you don't have to. So we're up to what, 8?
7.
No,
but-
not 7. No, hold on. Hold up. Count this.
Christopher Eccleston, David Tennant, Matt Smith, Peter Capaldi,
Six.
Or
War Doctor, Jodie, and Fugitive. That's 7.
yeah, 7.
Yeah. So we're just.
Oh,
we're
I forgot
one
about
shy
the
for counting
Fugitive.
Paul.
I always forget about the fugitive. I'll probably
So
always
we're up. We're equal to the amount that appeared in the past.
Yeah.
Well, I don't
Actually,
think
well,
it's fair- I don't think it's fair to say
after the
equal because
specials.
2 of those doctors didn't get seasons at all. They didn't get more than.
I'm just
half
saying. I
episodes.
just said appeared. I said appeared.
Still.
Also, after David's 3 episodes, we're getting shooty, so we're past now.
Yeah.
That's true.
Well, so if the doctor has a new set of 12 regenerations, with Capaldi being the first,
Well, we don't
he's-
actually know how many.
Yeah, because Rassilon himself said, "How many lives did we give you?"
Let's just assume a set, like with the master.
Yeah.
But he's also now the timeless
yeah,
child.
no.
I feel the same way, bro.
Who cares? Who cares? Yeah.
We're about to get to. I mean, that if we count the new Tenant generation, that'll put us up to 4. The 4th Doctor is about to appear.
Yeah.
The new 4th of this set?
No, third.
Yeah.
No.
No,
Capaldi.
The first is
Capaldi.
Peter
Jody.
Capaldi, then
Capaldi.
Jodie
right.
Whittaker, and then Tennant.
And
So
Yeah,
then,
but we're
Shooty
talking
will be
about
the fourth.
Shooty. Shooty.
Yeah, Shooty's
that's what
the
I'm saying.
fourth.
I'm
That's
talking
what
Oh, I
about.
saying.
thought you said Tennant. My brain autocorrected. Sorry.
No, he said this set. I think you might have just switched it slightly. But yeah, so 4, and Shooty's gonna. Ooh, that means they could be doing something fun, like making him like goofy, like Baker was. Because out of all the clothes we've seen so far, he's looking a little goofy. He seems to be playing around a lot.
Because he has good sense of style.
I wouldn't
No
go that
doctor
far.
has a better sense of style than Capaldi. Capaldi.
His first season, you could argue that.
No, when he gets a hoodie, it's perfect. I don't say that because I happen to have similar hoodies.
It's
You finally were able to see yourself on screen.
That is Peter Capaldi's favorite outfit for his doctor because he felt it was so casual anybody could cosplay as the doctor.
It's just his
That's
clothes.
bullshit.
His appearance on what's that the late night show host that he was in a band with.
Craig
Craig Ferguson.
Yeah, look at his appearance on Craig Ferguson. Years before he plays the doctor, he's still dressed like the doctor. Red lining on the jacket and everything.
Yeah. That I really love that because at that time I was really feeling like Pertwee was my favorite classic doctor. I still have to fight between him and Colin Baker.
I gotta say, probably my favorite clothing is Matt Smith's first one, and
That's
Shooty got was announcement one.
Ah,
I like. Oh no, I changed my mind. David Tennant's new one is my favorite, and then Matt Smith's first, and then the new Shooty got one. David Tennant's new one looks dope as hell.
Shooty's is just such a bad.
Now this whole going back to the RTD relaunch, I'm not surprised the BBC wanted Baker because one, popular. He was one of the most popular doctors, and it's
At
always
the time,
something.
he was the most.
He was the most, and they always want to go back to Baker if they want to just try to bring it back. Like remember, like Dark Dimensions. It was all going to be focused on Baker. It's like, oh, we have all these doctors, but Baker is the focus because he was at the time the most popular. He was the doctor in a lot of people's eyes. So I'm not surprised the BBC was like, yeah, get Baker to do it again.
It's weird though, because I feel like there's a whole generation that Sylvester McCoy kind of like lingered as their doctor. You know, especially with all like the novelizations and stuff that were coming out as like the continued adventures. So there's
the new adventures, the comics, like all of that was continuing 7, and then same with 8. Once 8 came in, it's like we're rebranding everything to follow 8.
Yeah, it's weird thinking about that.
It's not really weird thinking about like why they wanted Tom Baker back. Because it's kind of like what movie studios do when they reboot stuff. They reboot the most popular stuff because it's proven material. It's proven to make money. That's why they wanted him, and that's why Tenet is now back again too. Other than he wanted to come back, because when Tenet was like, "I want to come back," everyone in the studio saw money. They saw money signs, so it just makes sense.
I mean, David Tennant doesn't need much convincing to do anything Doctor Who at all, ever.
I said that. Yeah, I just said that.
Yeah,
But
he's just outside RTD's house every day.
yeah,
He's go, hey, you ready? No,
You ready?
no. Okay, I'll see you tomorrow.
Russell, we ain't got time. Come on, I'm ready.
you know, speaking of Sylvester McCoy, that brings us into the final leg of our news, all Big Finish related. They have gone ahead, released the cover for Once and Future, A Genius for War.
Yes,
Interesting.
Seven and Davros again. Now
I've
I've remembered something important because the synopsis says that Davros is on Skaro's prison moon Falcus. In the 8th Doctor Time War series, an alternate Davros was imprisoned on the Skaro's moon Falcus. So I don't think this is not the Davros. I'm going to assume it's the other Davros from that series.
Interesting.
That's interesting.
Do you see the picture that ship in the top left corner?
Yes.
Yes.
It's the trial ship from Trial of a Time Lord.
One of the best classic season of Doctor Who ever.
Pixel, shut up. I'll take it over.
Never.
It's
I
I
enjoyed it. Let's not talk crazy here.
It
Thank you,
was
Landry.
good. It was good, but yeah, it's
fun. It's fun, but
I said this
you're up against
before.
all the classics. You're up against Tomb of the Cybermen, Genesis
Thank
of
you.
the Daleks. No.
Yep.
Invasion.
I said season. So
Even then, in season, you could say Sylvester's last season was better than Trial of a Time Lord.
Season
You're a
5,
sick
season
son of a
6.
No, I think
Survival.
Sylvester's last season is
Survival.
probably better. than
Survival
mine.
alone discounts that season. I hated Survival.
Really? I would say Battlefield. Battlefield is the weakest story of that season, and it's the opener.
I just remember.
It's
Season
not bad.
5 or season 6.
Yeah,
That's all you got to say.
I'm glad we're all cool with Ghostlight because I really like Ghostlight.
Everyone likes Ghostlight.
Let's go.
Now, what would be
See,
great
I'm going
is
with
if we got
13 season.
David Lynch to do Ghostlight.
season.
Now, that would be art. That would be crazy.
Are
What
you
about-
ready
what's the-
for
what's the
Doctor
season?
Who?
What's the season where I think it might be John Pertwee's last season or something like that, where it's like the Time Warrior where you meet Sarah Jane for the first time?
Yeah, that's his last season. Time
That's
Warrior's a
last
great
season.
story. And
Not just Time
Warrior.
Warrior, but that season's not bad.
Monsters of Peladon's not amazing.
Day of the Daleks. Wait, is that?
That's
I
not that
really
season.
like
That's
the
That's the one
Peloton
before.
because I like repositioning the Ice Warriors as something more than just villains. That's what
This
I like
is a
about the
different
Peloton.
Peloton story.
Not great.
The-
But the Ice Warriors are
Curse
still
of
in it.
Peladon is
Curse
one
of
of my
Peladon is
favorites,
one that
but
we love.
Monster of Peladon's a bit weak, but yeah.
Anyway, I'm happy to see the courtship back. I'm happy to see Davros look at the Dalek Emperor lurking in the background.
No, that's
Oh.
the Supreme.
Oh,
It's the red one.
Yeah, the
The
red one
Emperor's
from
in that tube, dude. He's in that
Oh, is
tube with
it?
that giant Dalek
Yeah.
spider sort of looking thing. That's the Emperor. That is the Supreme one.
But I was just going through the comic and they called him Emperor.
Those bastards.
That's a puny Emperor.
You can never trust comic book writers. Is the thing.
It
Yeah.
is true.
You hate
I
him,
Devious,
right? You got it.
Remember?
untrustworthy, thieving.
Backstabbing,
That's
Oh.
right. That's right.
bullying.
So
there's just some
next,
of them there.
bullying. Speaking of bullying, bullying works. So Doctor Who, once in future, the artist at the end of time has
That's
changed
fun.
its cover.
Not to be confused with Douglas Adams' restaurant at the end of the universe. Similar, but not the same.
Yeah. So it was formerly. I want to go ahead and pull up the former one because the new one is undoubtedly better. Undoubtedly. But this is what the old one was. Yeah. And
I love this robot in the vest thing going on here.
Yes.
It's amazing.
So the controversy with this cover, for those who don't know, is that parts of this cover were AI generated. So the artist used AI for this cover. There's
not okay.
backlash on it. I did a video on it. So
Well,
it seems
hold
like
up.
they listened to the criticism and they changed the cover.
They didn't make the entire cover. It's just AI generated.
No.
He used it as a tool, which I don't have a problem with. You can use like a baseline to get creative juices and then work around it. But you shouldn't use like an entirely AI generated thing, which I have a problem with. But if you use it as a tool,
No,
I'm okay with.
Don't feed the machine.
Let's even
Even
aside from
using it as a tool, it is utilizing art that was appropriated without permission.
and this is just undoubtedly better. Like, look,
It is a better design for sure.
It is less
the
fun than the other one, guys.
the composition
Come
is
on.
much better.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. The other one looks like it could have been like Pee-wee's Playhouse. It looked very odd. Like
Yeah, I mean, if you go back to the other one, it's definitely that bottom right corner. Like, it's just all blank. It's just.
You can see
Pixel,
right
you wanna-
here. No, I don't want to go back.
No,
See that bottom
yeah.
right corner? It's like blank,
Curator.
and it's not even.
I'm looking
No,
for
it's
like
chaos.
Julian.
It's chaos.
It's chaos, but the new one is also better because somebody points out that the frame. Sorry, the frame looks a lot like the one that was used for to store that moment of Gallifrey, and you can see Curator.
Yeah, no, there's
Describe
something there.
And there's our boy, the Curator, right there to the left. He looks great. He's having
The
a grand
worst
old time.
curator.
He's
Worst curator.
Remember, Jimmy, he said that he would be revisiting a few faces, the favorites.
Just the
six is a
favorites.
six is
I
a
think he thinks
favorite.
too high. You know. Sometimes the doctor has an ego problem. We have to put him in check. This is one of those times.
No, Jimmy, he loves being 6.
I bet he does.
And he's more about ego checking everyone else. That's 3 eyes in one sentence. Must be rather egotistical, young lady.
Right off the bat.
And if we're talking about ego,
Yeah.
10 kept his own face after regeneration.
Yeah,
And it was
he
3 eyes
wasted
in
a
one
regeneration.
breath, but yes.
Just to stay him.
Yep.
That's
Yeah, but he was younger then. Him now, he's older. He didn't do that one on purpose. So he's learned from his mistakes.
Well, 11 did say he was vain doing it.
The 6th Doctor was old enough to know you probably shouldn't try to kill someone right as you change.
Last cover, last one, and I've been so excited for this one. James Robert McCrimmon, which is just not a great name for a box set. It is the second of the Second Doctor Adventures, the sequel to Beyond War games, and I am so hyped.
But this cover is not
Not
good.
good.
It's not. The
It
cover
is.
sucks, but at the
It's
same
not,
time,
It is.
let's get more Second Doctor Adventures. So much.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
what
So
I'm
this
happy.
This
I'm
is
happy.
with Michael Troughton doing the voice of Patrick Troughton's Doctor.
Yes.
He does a great job.
I'm into that.
Did you see that Better Call Saul meme? That was funny.
Yes. The real cross. James Morgan McGill.
Patrick Troughton's just, I don't know, he might be my favorite. He's so fucking good. I like him a lot.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. When are we going to review some Patrick Troughton stuff? We got to do that.
It's just the dice they haven't given
The
that.
dice are loaded. Get
yeah.
your dice. I got
So
dice.
I need more just running around. Jamie, Zoe.
When I say run, run.
Listen,
I'm there
it's
for it.
so frustrating because I learned that there are Jamie haters, which I didn't realize that could be a thing because
That is
Jamie
insane.
is one of the best companions ever. There
Ever.
has
Yes.
not been a more supportive companion in the 60 years of Doctor Who than Jamie. So
He's my second favorite companion of all time, but in reality, he's probably top 5. Like
He's so good.
He's fantastic.
He may not understand
I want
what's
to
going on,
meet Jamie.
but he's there for you.
he doesn't know what he's doing, but he's giving it 110%.
He might think the Cybermen are the Pied Piper or something, but whatever. He's Jamie. He's great.
yeah.
I'm pro Jamie.
I'm also excited because the first story is obviously set in the Highlands in a castle, and that sounds just thrilling. I do agree that maybe they could wait a little longer, just have 2 on his own for just a bit more, but I'm so happy. And obviously with Fraser Hines' age, you need to go ahead and have him around as much as possible.
Wait, how old is he?
Absolutely.
Gotta be like, what, 79, 78, 7?
But he
78.
Yeah.
78, yeah, 78.
Remember that time in The Mind Robber where he got knocked into a bunch of puzzle pieces?
I was about to say
I do.
that. Where's the
He
ultra-
became a different person.
That was amazing. I
That was so
loved
good.
that so
That was-
much.
This
You're
is
not
this is what I've
Jamie.
often said about the creative process. It is those moments of desperation because the actor Fraser Hines was sick or something. He couldn't come on set that day, so like his face is messed up by a puzzle. In the same way, they had to come up with something insane for the regeneration in the first place with the first Doctor. Those moments of genius, of weirdness, of like, just throw this crazy thing against the wall because you have no choice. Those are the moments I love. I think you get some of the best and most entertaining moments in any of in fiction that way.
You want to know why it's the best? Is because it's in a box. And when you're playing with someone else's toys in a small box, you got to be creative. Instead of being able to do whatever you want, Chris Chibnall, you're able to be
But
creative.
Chris Chibnall wasn't nothing he did was an act of desperation. He just did the things he wanted to do because he wanted
That's
to do them.
exactly
None
what
of them
I'm
were
saying.
Like, sort of.
So I want to just say the automatic thing that comes to my mind to fix this cover, I would want it in a style similar to the first one, where it's just Patrick Troughton's face, but you have it Jamie, and you can have his eyes there, like that slight zoom in motion. You can have Patrick's eyes back there, and you have Jamie as the center. That's my alternative idea.
And a better title.
Oh,
Yeah.
too late to Hamish Wilson. He died in 2020. He was the alternate face Jamie.
What would you call it?
This box set?
Puzzle
Yeah.
Jamie?
Literally anything else.
Return to the Highlands?
Yeah. If it's about Jamie, connect it to
Call it
Jamie.
Highlander.
I was going to
Highlander.
say that, damn it. Damn it.
I think what they're doing is basically
Highlander,
you pointed
faithful
out.
Highlander, like anything is better than just his name
The
as the
time
title of the
traveling
book.
Highlander.
We
Yeah.
have to blame every other box set for that. Because Doctor Who Time War Cass.
That's true, yeah. It's
What's
not creative.
yeah.
You could have
The
just called
one-
it Time War 5
Oh.
because it's the fifth one.
Even like I
Jamie
respect,
died of COVID. That's sad.
huh?
I brought the room down. Sorry. Alternate face Jamie died of COVID in
Oh,
2020.
that's very sad.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
Yeah.
He's
Even
not-
though the
Not the real
return
Jamie,
of return of Joe Jones, it's different, but still, you
At least
gotta.
it's not just her name. It's not called the Third Doctor Adventures Joe Jones.
That's true. That's true.
That's so true.
All right, I'm gonna go ahead and close this, and that is our news.
Yes, that is it for our news. We are now onto our
I'm
review.
leaving.
The dice picked. Landry has no idea about this, but we landed on the season 24 story. The Paradise Towers is the Seventh Doctor's story. It is one of the stories of all time.
One of the stories of all time. That's right.
This might be
I would-
the worst season of
McCoy,
the Jonathan Turner era, even
Of the J&T era.
yeah.
I think it's a lot of because of what the BBC was telling him he had to do.
Yeah.
Like, one, you had to fire Baker. Two, you have to appease like the White House crowd. You can't go too violent in a lot of parts. It has to be like basic that can appeal to anyone. So yeah, a lot of this season had everything against it. And also Andrew Cartmel joined as the new script editor at the time, and they wouldn't let him put into action his plans
Yeah.
because he was relatively new, so he didn't have a voice. Yeah, Paradise Towers is not a good story.
You want to be upset a little bit? I feel like Paradise
Always.
Towers was the inspiration for Orphan 55, and then they took that and then made it worse.
I'm going to exit since I have not seen this and I have no idea what you guys are talking about. And also, I'm super tired. So let me know what's going on next Wednesday and I'll try to jump in.
See you later, bro.
Yep,
Cool.
we'll let you know.
Nice chatting.
See y'all.
See ya.
Bye.
This gave me Sunmaker vibes.
You know, That's
I
not
haven't watched Sunmaker in ages.
Right? It's been forever for me too, but I was like, oh, this I didn't put that together until I watched Paradise Tower today.
I want to stress when I first saw this episode, my expression was just this. I was staring with just hatred in my heart.
I was doing anything not to watch it at the same time.
You were reading Doctor Who while Doctor Who was
Yeah.
on in the background.
I mean, I got 2 Seventh Doctor novels I could have read instead of watching the Paradise Towers.
A Seventh Doctor book. That's weird. Anyway, so I hated this the first time I saw it. However, the second time, it's still not good. It's still not good by any means. But I actually
And here comes a bad opinion.
I actually like the concept of what they were doing. I love a grand
There
architect.
it
He
is.
is storing himself to go ahead and take a new body. He becomes utterly embittered because he's been trapped by the people of Paradise Towers. And now the cleaners and the corrupt system, it's all coming together. I
Wow,
like...
that almost sounds like Omega a little bit.
What?
Omega was trapped. Omega was. Oh, he didn't
Was
die because
banished.
of his will. He was in a different fucking place.
That's
But
different.
he was trapped. He was trapped there by fucking Rassilon, and he didn't die because of like he was just so angry and
He
shit.
wasn't. He was placed into an antimatter universe. That's different from being locked down within your own tower to keep you from getting out.
It almost sounds the same a little bit.
No. But anyway,
You want to know what almost sounds the same? Almost every Dalek story.
That's true.
no, don't say that. I love every Dalek story. Almost.
You don't love every Dalek.
No one
I love
loves
lots
every
of Dalek stories.
Dude,
I love
he
Locke.
literally likes Victory of the Daleks.
Oh, I love Victory of the Daleks.
What about was it Death of the Daleks or Destiny of the Daleks? Because those are both.
I like can barely recall them. They've been pushed out of my mind.
Probably why.
But most Dalek
But he
stories,
likes
there's always
them.
something for me to love. Yes, they are very similar, but that's okay. Once per season.
I'm
But
actually gonna leave because I didn't watch it.
you didn't watch it?
No, I was out of town. I got back yesterday.
Okay. All right. So are you really leaving?
Yeah, I'm gonna get off.
Okay. Well, you have a good night, Jimmy.
Oh, that's what you meant. You want me to leave?
No, I thought you were leaving.
No, I was just gonna do this.
All right.
Oh, okay.
It's Jova.
It's Jover. So where was I? Oh yeah, I like the concept a lot. I think there's a lot in this, and actually reading about it on the wiki, how they were already writing this episode before they even had the Doctor cast. They didn't know what to do, but this episode showed that McCoy to the showrunners that McCoy could improvise off the screen. Of course, that was supposed to be a dig at Colin, but still, I think McCoy gives a decent performance in this. Mel screams. And
That's
Mel.
you could sum her up. That's Mel in the classic series. Mel screams.
she screams.
It was so, again, that cliffhanger from episode 2 with Belle, just embarrassing.
Yeah.
Just what a train wreck. But yeah, Sylvester McCoy's acting's fine. He's good as the Doctor. He doesn't feel like it doesn't even feel like it's a second story. Very naturally like fills it. But the ideas, like you were saying, were good, but there's so many like disjointed things that don't.
Yeah.
It needed to either be cut down a full episode or be like longer and actually go into things, because I didn't get like it was definitely ambitious. They were definitely trying to really do something, but they fell short because they just didn't have the resources and the things they needed, I think, to tell that kind of story. Because they're like throwing around a lot of jargon and like all these things, the different factions, the different Kangs and the Rezes and this like war that's going on, and Pex who like stayed behind because he wasn't gonna because he didn't want to get unalive at the war because they sent the old people, the young people that they had different jargon for. Like, I appreciated that, but
yeah. I understand what you're saying. I just want to say, Kangs, ice hot. I hate the Kangs. I despise the Kangs. That was the main thing that I hated all throughout that. When they left, I eased up a little bit. Then there were two random old cannibal women, and that was something.
Yeah, it didn't quite work for me. Those cannibal women.
No. It felt like they were supposed to be in like a different story.
Yeah.
Because nothing really connected with like all these different factions in Paradise Towers. So when at the end when they're all together, it's just like, oh yeah, that's right, they all live here.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
I also wanted to say I always mix Happiness Patrol into this, so I keep expecting the Candyman to appear at any moment.
It would have been an improvement.
Yeah.
No.
Well, I get what you're saying because political commentary wise, they're very similar stories, I think, compared to a lot of other Doctor Who stories. There's definitely a lot of political commentary and bureaucracy and things like that, which is also like Sunmaker. But yeah, it's definitely not quite Happiness Patrol even. It feels very like, I mean, the very
Happiness
over the
Patrol
top,
is one of the worst things ever put on TV.
but here it's one of the like the fascists that are working there. It's very over the top. It's like you really had to give them a Hitler mustache even too. Like, is that what we're doing?
Yeah, but then they also added the fascists departed from the fascism, so that I guess they're here to stay after after Hitler dies, gets taken over by the architect.
Yeah,
and let's talk about that acting.
Yes, the voice he made in that last episode.
It could have been good too, because that last bit before the robot, like when it reveals that it's actually the architect and isn't playing the pet any longer, there's a slight menace growing in there, and then that guy takes over, and it all falls apart.
Yeah,
this is
really nothing about this episode that works.
No.
I think the only thing I really liked was Pex's arc, because it actually was an arc that was developed throughout the story. Just like, oh, I'm the hero, I'm here to save the day, but he's actually a coward. And then at the end, he sacrifices. He musters up enough courage to sacrifice himself to save everyone. Be an actual hero instead of just saying that he is.
But he lives.
But he lives. Pex lives. He's like the only redeeming part of this story. Everything else just doesn't work.
Yeah, he the worst part about his story is the saving Mel from cannibalism twice.
Twice.
It's like one time would have been perfect. Why did it have to be twice? Like, I feel like that kind of stuff adds to the dragging down of the story and makes it feel like it was a 3-parter that had to get stretched out into a 4-parter. Because that whole Mel just going back again thing was so much wasted time.
Yeah, and I would also say, now that I'm remembering it, the Kangs just being finally okay with Pex.
Yeah.
This is like they've made you this bracelet for you to wear, and they're just like giving him like somber looks, just like good luck, because like we're worried about you. It went in the literal scene before they were making fun of him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like it's such a jarring just contrast that they're just calling him a scaredy cat, they're calling him a coward, and then the next scene they're just worried about him. But yeah, it just felt like okay, there's something missing here. There's definitely something missing. We have no context to this sudden character change.
Yes. Yeah, no, there's that and then this also just suffers from all of the other points in Doctor Who that you could always point to kind of like poke holes in the story of like, why did they split up again? Like, why? And then why do they keep splitting up throughout the story? Like, it happens a lot in a lot of episodes, but when there are these many holes and things that stand out as bad, it makes you look at that stuff even more critically than you normally would.
Yeah, like Seven just randomly tumbles and now he's separated from Mel and the Kangs.
Yeah.
It's like it's not like you actually just see what causes him to tumble. He just randomly just falls. It's just like, okay, now he's separated. Now he can go slightly advance the plot somewhere else.
Yeah.
Yeah. I will say the crab cleaner I thought was pretty cool looking. It was dopey, but I liked it.
Product of its time, yeah.
Yeah, they were not the worst part of this story for sure.
No, the cleaners in the streets were were part of the worst part. But no, the one crab one with the claws and the pool, that one.
Oh, the swimming pool one, yeah.
That one specifically. Originally, that was supposed to be, according to the wiki, a monster of some sort, a mutated monster that was living in there. But they were worried about budget and the special effects, so they decided crab monster.
I do love when you have a really good story and they're like, what if we drag it down by having a stupid monster for just one scene? Like the worst part of the Case of Androzani. Like, here's a stupid armadillo monster thing.
Sure, why not?
Anyway, we gotta.
Then people are forgetting about that thing whenever anyone talks about Caves of Androzani.
Because like you
have to, because everything else is just much better.
It's so much better. It's such a good story, but like that is just like, why is this in here?
Yeah.
So, should we do rankings?
Yes. All right. Joe, you're one of our special guests. What would you rank it?
Again, I think there were like Pixel pointed out, there were good ideas. It's one of those like A for effort kind of things, but like it's Doctor Who. It's Doctor Who, so it definitely gets like a 2 just by being Doctor Who. But I'm a little torn, but I think because not only all of the things we talked about, but ultimately it's a boring story. Like, I definitely checked my phone a bunch while watching this because I'm just like, nothing's happening. So, like, I'm going to give it a 3 out of 10, I think. It's like, I was kind of
Love and Monsters a 4.
Yeah, but like,
that's entertaining bad.
It's also shorter.
This is boring bad.
Length. It's half the length of Love and Monsters. So like, I think I have to give it a 3.
All right, Pixel.
I'm going to be a little more generous. I think I'm going to make it a. I think I'm going to go 4. I like it better than Love and Monsters, actually, just because the idea behind it alone is better. I don't remember what I ranked Love and Monsters. Jimmy, Do you remember?
I think you and I both agreed to 4. No, I think I did 3. I think I did 3. You did 4.
I think I went down to a 3 too. So this is a 4. I was going to go 3.5, but I think that that's just not generous enough for what is there. And I enjoyed McCoy, especially at the end, because when he's figuring it out and he's actually explaining, everything's clicking into place. Like, oh yeah, I remember this was about something. So yeah. 4.
All right, we won't go to Jimmy because he didn't watch it.
We do got something though. I was scrolling on Twitter and I saw this, and I gotta share it. It's about the 60th.
Yes.
Here we go. All right, I'll stop it right before he talks about it.
Whipping back with the doctor.
Yeah.
Of course, you can't tell me because that would be cheating, wouldn't it?
Exactly.
But in your own words, how would you say like this is going to be? Like, it's exciting.
I think it's going to be quite unexpected. That's why.
But not the surprises, you think?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh definitely.
Like the old.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. I think the stuff that people do not know is
Right here.
stuff that people do not know is coming, and there's some stuff that people do know is coming, and that's all cool.
I think he let it slip a little bit. He goes, "There's some things people don't know that's going to come," and then try to save himself a little bit to go, "Oh, and there's people, and there's stuff you know is coming." He's like, "Because why would you say that if we already do know?"
Because that's how a conversation goes. There's stuff you don't know is coming, but there's stuff you do know because there are teasers and trailers. We know Neil Patrick Harris is coming. We know Donna Noble's back.
I mean, just listen to it again. I think there's like a little bit of like right after he says it, slight panic, and then says it.
Yeah. I think the stuff that people do not know is coming, and there's some stuff that people do know is coming, and that's all cool.
He did it so quickly.
Maybe, yeah.
That just feels like typical conversation.
I don't know. I just thought it was a little. I think we're gonna see more doctors in the 60th than they're letting on.
Maybe.
Because who else? Where did he see everyone coming back? Who else is there to come back from his era?
Yeah.
Martha, maybe. We know Jack's not coming back.
I'm gonna go with my theory is that the other doctors are gonna appear with Shooty. Because I feel like with Shooty going, what the hell is going on here? He's talking to someone. He's at least talking to someone. Or it could be talking to a group of people, and I'm going to assume
Peter Capaldi, Matt Smith, and Paul McGann. Please. And David Bradley.
Out of those 4, probably David Bradley and Paul McGann.
That would be cool.
I think that there's maybe a minute of Matt Smith's time that he was able to dedicate. I don't know, though. I don't know.
But my ranking for
Yeah.
the Paradise Towers, I'd probably have to give it a 3. It has some concepts I thought could have been better. I did like the character of Pex, but it's such a boring episode. Yeah, much like with Joe, I just found myself just being distracted by something else because I did not want to bother tuning into this episode. Is it better than Time in the Rani? They're both not good.
Yeah, it's
at least with Time in the Rani, you have Kato Mara chewing up scenery as the villain.
It's bad when you have a 4-parter that can feel longer than a 6-parter.
Yes.
Yeah.
Would I rather watch Colony in Space? Probably not.
Yeah, no, probably not.
That's it.
Yes, that is it for our live stream for this week. Thank you everyone for watching. Make sure to like, subscribe, hit the notification bell. Thank you to Landry Q Walker that was here with us earlier. Thank you as well to Joe Corallo, our honorary King. Still haven't figured out which
Screw
color.
you, Connor.
Maybe you'll have a scarf like the Doctor, half blue, half red.
Which never appears again.
No.
I'll be honored to wear this. Doesn't wear it again. based 7th Doctor. I'll accept a gift. I'm just not going to wear it.
Fun note: he does carry around an umbrella in this episode, but his iconic umbrella with the question mark handle doesn't appear until the next episode.
So I wonder
Cool.
if they were like coming up with the idea of it.
Yeah, probably.
He can't have a normal umbrella. That sounds like a JNT. That sounds like a John Nathan
Oh, yeah.
Turner thing. He can't have a normal umbrella. It has to have a question mark on it.
That's
But
the
JNT, you already put question marks on his sweater. No! He needs more question marks.
all over.
All over. But thank you everyone for watching, and we will see you all in next week's live stream. What's it about? Who knows? We'll see you then.
Oh
See you, everyone.
Alonzi.